Welcome back to another episode of Liberated Through God's Love podcast, where we explore God's perspective. We are real about healing and we pursue true breakthrough through God's love in order to walk in our purpose. If you've been here, you already know. If you're new here, I am your host, guide, and fellow traveler, Khadejah, aka KD, and I am so happy that you're here with me today. I'm back. Granted, I didn't take that long of a break. As I just stated, I am your fellow traveler on this here healing journey, and I'm going through a healing journey myself currently, and I've probably alluded to that in several different episodes before now. So, yeah, it's that along with I also have a 9 to 5 job. So things were getting crazy with that. Crazy meaning busy. And I was just getting a little bit overwhelmed. So I took a step back. But today I'm excited to kick off season 2 of LTG Heart, Liberated Through God's Love podcast. And yeah, we're just going to start new. We're going to start fresh because I feel like that's needed, right? Sometimes you got to take a reset, take some time, pull back and take a reset. So we're kicking off season 2. Yay, we made it. And yeah, I am going to kick off the season with an introduction because I realized I didn't do that last season. And so I've been talking at y'all or talking to y'all, and y'all probably don't really know much about me other than the little snippets that I've given in previous episodes. So why not just jump into the introduction? As you know, I am your host, Khadejah, aka KD. And essentially how this all even came about was my book. It will be on either one of the sides of these screens. You'll be able to see it. If you have not copped yourself a copy, I would certainly appreciate if you either go on Amazon, share it with somebody so they can get it on Amazon, or reach out to me on the page, Liberated Through God's Love podcast on Facebook. Other social medias are coming. And get yourself a copy. Please and thank you. All support is very appreciated. But yes, I wrote a book essentially about a traumatic event that I went through. I'm not going to give too much on it. If you have not read the book, go and get it. Okay. I love you. But yes, I wrote a book about a traumatic event, and in that book, I gave essentially 7 keys, if you will, that helped me on my journey of overcoming the traumatic event. And I realized those 7 keys are things that I do and have been doing when healing from any and every traumatic event or like hard time that I've experienced. And even before then, before my book even came out, I've always been this person who has been pursuing healing. I've had the heart to help people. I've had the heart to give advice, to help my brothers and sisters if they want the help, to be able to know how to navigate healing, but also receive encouragement. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes healing can be very lonely. Sometimes healing can be very, I don't want to say isolating, but you can feel very secluded. So, with me being who I am, I have a heart to love on people. I have a heart to help people. So, if you come across this podcast, I want people to walk away knowing that I'm your virtual sister, I'm your virtual cousin, I'm your virtual counselor, maybe therapist. I'm not licensed at all yet. I'm your virtual life coach. I'm not certified yet. That's coming. But if that, like, I'm your virtual prayer partner, like, I want people to know that they have somebody who understands, they have somebody who is here for them. I love I love you regardless of what it is that you're going through. Like, I want people to know that it's a safe space here. So whether or not you leave a comment, whether or not you reach out to me via message, whether or not you email me, whatever, I don't care. There's a safe space here for you, because even going back into my healing journey, going back into it feeling secluding, or you feel secluded on your healing journey, a lot of the times we get into this headspace of feeling like we don't have somebody that understands. We don't have somebody who's wanting to hear us. And a lot of the times that's just us in ourselves. I know I'll get to a place where I'll isolate myself because nobody understands me. Nobody wants to hear me. Nobody wants to do this and this and that. And it's possibly the people that I've been, I've had in my life previously that made me feel that way, and possibly family that's made me feel that way. But I've had to, on this journey that I'm on now, I'm realizing it's okay to feel that way, but it's also okay to seek professional help if you need it. It's okay to seek out outside sources if you need a listening ear. I didn't get on here to say all that, but that's one of the things that I'm learning even on my healing journey. So, yeah. So that's part of the reason why I started it. But, even like I said, even going in before I wrote the book, before this even came about, I've dealt with a lot of trauma. I've dealt with a lot of heartache. I've dealt with a lot of pain. And no, I wasn't the type to seek out substances, or no, I wasn't the type to seek out things or people. And no shade to anybody that does, but what I've also understood is that when I've gotten to the point of taking my relationship with God seriously, the desire to seek out people, the desire to seek out substances or this and that was not even there. It was null and void. And I'm realizing, as I've been on this journey of taking my relationship seriously with God for like the past 10 plus years, when you get to the realization that God is all that you need, it's easy for you to turn to Him. It's easy for me to pray. It's easy for me to journal. It's easy for me to self-soothe myself, because that's what I've been doing for the past 10 plus years. And only recently, when I felt like things were spiraling out of control, I had to get professional help. Why? Because we're not supposed to walk this journey alone. We're not supposed to be all in one. We're not supposed to bottle everything up, because the purpose of this Christian life, no, we're not supposed to be dependent on people, but we are supposed to be open to the people that God has given us to walk this life with. Because walking this Christian life with nobody beside you, you are going to find it very difficult, for real. And you're going to be wondering why there's a lot of stuff that you're going through. We need people. We need doctors. We need therapists. We need this. And anybody that tells you that we don't, that's a lie from the pit of hell. Okay. You need people in order to help you on this life, to learn and to grow and to understand things that you may not even have the knowledge to understand. You may not have the capacity to understand. Yes, people hurt us. Yes, people disappoint us. Yes, people do so many things, but we need people, and we have to get to a point to where we're healed, talking to God, allowing God into our spaces to heal us so that we're able to allow people to come in and walk this life with us, right? So, as much pain as I've gone through, as much revelation that I've come to realize about the people in my life, and as much as I've had to experience people walking out of my life, here I am still willing to be open and to be willing to welcome people into my life. Now, cautiously, yes, because I'm not finna, my life ain't a revolving door. I'm not finna just let you walk in my life and think it's just all honky dory. No. But with prayer and with discernment, I'm here to say, okay, let's see what you're about. What can I learn from you, or what can I learn of you to determine, do I now continue to allow you in my life, or do we separate and diverge and go our separate paths? So, yes, I am on this path. And like I said, I feel like I'm trailing off, but I've experienced so much to the point of, on this journey that I'm on even now, I have a lot of wisdom and a lot of understanding of things, not only on the spiritual, not only on the physical realm, but also in the spiritual realm. And I want to share that knowledge. I want to give that knowledge to people who may not think about it in the way that I'm speaking about, which is part of the reason why part of my intro is letting people know that we explore different perspectives. Yes, I like to explore different perspectives. I like to learn. I like to think about things differently. So in the realm of healing, a lot of the times we have a one track mind. We think that healing is supposed to look a specific way for everybody, or that healing is cookie cutter, and healing is not cookie cutter. People deal with things in different fashions. People process things in different fashions. And so on my journey in everything that I'm learning, I want to share that knowledge. I want to share my perspective on what I'm learning, because maybe what I share you haven't thought about. You haven't considered. You haven't possibly even heard of the things that I've possibly shared. And how could you? There's billions, if not trillions, of data on the internet. And sometimes we learn something new every day. So Yeah, so along with my healing journey, like I said, it's the safe space that I want to create, as well as even like before the book again, I have a degree in psychology. I have my bachelor's degree in psychology, and I've always been fascinated with the question of asking why. And I feel like with healing, that question comes up a lot. You're doing something. Why are you doing that? Because of this. Why? Because of the, by asking the question why, you get to the root of things. And that's one thing that I like to do. I like to get to the root of a thing. And I feel like that's possibly why I'm even on this journey of healing right now, is because I'm wanting to know why I'm this way. I'm wanting to know why I do certain things. I'm wanting to know why I'm constantly seeing certain patterns in my life. I'm wanting to know why I relate to people a certain way. And if it's positive, okay, great. If it's negative, why is it negative? Why do I relate to people in this negative fashion, right? So that's my schooling background. But I feel like the other part of why I started this is to have a platform to share my voice, to share my opinions, to share my thoughts. Because if I'm going to be honest and be a little bit vulnerable, I've had to walk through this journey of feeling like my voice was stifled. Like I couldn't talk about anything, or because of my age, or because of the color of my skin, or because of people assuming that I don't really understand things. I've had to stay quiet, and I learned how to be quiet for quite some time. And this platform gives me the ability not to shade anybody, because that's not what we do around here. But to speak my truth, to speak again my perspective, to speak what I'm learning from God and from my church. I attend church virtually currently, Revelation Church of Jesus Christ, and I'm learning a lot. And I like to share what I'm learning. So it's really fun. This also challenges me to get out of my head, to get out of my comfort zone, because I don't talk. Public speaking was not my forte. And this allows me to, this ain't really even public speaking, but getting in front of a camera, doing this was not my forte. It was not my forte. And it might have been like a confidence thing. Like, is anybody going to listen to me? Is anybody going to want to hear what I have to say? And as much as it still makes me uncomfortable, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the process. I enjoy the community and seeing what is coming of it. And really, it's only up from here. Like, it's helping me in other areas, right? Because as much as I don't think that I'm a content creator. Like, I'm creating content. So here we are. But I guess it's also me helping me to get out of my head. Like, I want everything to be perfect. I want everything to sound articulate, or I want to make sure I'm articulating everything correctly and this and that and the third. And sometimes it's just the matter of getting up and doing it. Don't think about how it's going to sound. Don't think about trying to sound like this scholarly person. Just be me. So that's what I'm practicing. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm enjoying it. So I keep saying so. I'm sorry. But it's really just my love for God and sharing his love and sharing what I'm learning on my healing journey, how God is showing me himself on my healing journey, and what I'm learning about myself on my healing journey is why I've started this podcast, along with what I've learned through writing my book. And honestly, I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better about promoting it. But child, listen, whew, like, it's a balancing act, but it's also just me learning how to have the confidence in myself and realize that the only audience that I have is my Father in heaven. And I'm not doing this for no big audience or whatever. As long as I'm glorifying God, as long as I'm bringing him the glory through everything that I do, I will continue to do it. So I love it. And I plan on making more, but I plan on writing more books. I'm working on my second one as we speak. I plan to have it out next fall. So if you watch this and you want to keep me accountable, please do. Thank you. Um, but yeah, just healing, safe space, loving on people, and sharing the knowledge of God's love so we can break free. Referencing my book, break free from our mental limitations, because a lot of the things that's holding us back are those mental limitations that we're putting on ourselves, or that we've allowed people to put on us, that is not our responsibility to carry. What else can I share with y'all? Yeah, that I love you. We're now in season 2, and in this season, I hope to be more real, less scripted. I hope to be more authentic. That's the same thing. Anywho. And I just hope to share more love with y'all, more grace with y'all, more happy times, more good times, more updates, more all good stuff. And yeah, I hope that you stick with me on this journey, and like, comment, subscribe. Remember that you are the spark to the change that you want to see. If you want to see healing, that has to start with you. you want to see change, you want to see more confidence, you have to step out and take a step and believe in yourself that you will succeed. I love you. Till next time, remember that in Christ Jesus, you are free, and the Lord Jesus loves you so much more. Till next time, thank you for sticking with me today. Bye bye.